Hey guys, good morning and welcome to 2018. I think when you're watching this, we are way into 2018 already. And I still want to talk to you about New Year's resolutions. I want to talk to you a little bit about setting yourself goals that will last. Because actually, to be honest, I don't want to discourage you, but to be honest, these New Year's resolutions are not likely to really last very long. I do agree though that it can be a kind of a psychological or emotional asset to use this shift from 2017 to 18 or from one year to another year to kind of leave the bad and old stuff behind and to start something new. It could help. But if you have some goals like getting in good shape, like stop smoking and just eating healthy, of trying to be a better father or husband or wife, and you just waited to New Year's Eve until you can finally start to do some new things, and this is what you were waiting for, it's not likely that your goals will last for very long. In today's video, I want to talk about how you can set yourself some goals that will last longer than a few days or weeks. How you can change your habits, or at least some helps or some thoughts that can motivate you to set goals that will last longer. Most probably most of you know this already. You have goals, you want to change habits, you want to do something new, you want to be a better husband or wife, you want to eat healthier, you want to be a good parent to your child or whatever. And after a few days or weeks into the new year, these goals are already forsaken. You ate a lot of unhealthy crap, you didn't work out or just a few times, and you're always too busy to do the right choices anyway. And why is that? I think, and I'm not alone with this, if you really have some good goals and important goals and you just wait till New Year's Eve until you start doing it, you are just not determined to do it anyway. It's the same thing like these I always start on Monday kind of diet. So on Monday I will start eating healthy. Next week I will do workouts every day. Just the example of smoking, like this idea of the last cigarette, and really enjoyed it. Last cigarettes are the best. I had hundreds of them. It just doesn't make sense. If you want to start something or if you want to stop something, do it now. Just start now. You don't need a specific date or time of doing it. If you really have good goals, set yourself this goal and start now. What I think you need is a real goal that will last longer. A goal that will carry you through the whole year, day by day. Let's use smoking again as an example. I tried to stop smoking like for several times, and I always had this idea of smoking the last cigarette and then I will never smoke again, but it really never worked. Like in the last years I lived in an environment where smoking just wasn't possible or not allowed, and so I didn't. But on every opportunity that I had, like in holiday and stuff, I still smoked. Now I don't. And the reason is not that I was so determined to stop smoking or just set a specific date for it, just because I had another goal, a higher goal, that I'm determined to fulfill. And that means smoking just doesn't fit in anymore. For me, this is fitness. This is being fit, losing weight, becoming like Thor.
That's power. The brain is a muscle, and that's a muscle, and that's a muscle, and they are all muscles, this is all muscle, so I am covered in brains, and I have more brains than you.
And this just doesn't go together with smoking. But why does this help me? Coming up, there are 5 tips of how you can set your goals so that they will last longer. First, you have to find a goal that is important to you, that is close to your heart. If you really don't care about your appearance, and you copy my goal of like looking like Thor, this is not likely to last, because if you really don't care about your appearance, why should it motivate you to look like Thor? But maybe you are concerned about your health. So lowering your blood pressure by working out is probably a motivation that will help you more than changing your appearance. Try to find a goal that really motivates you. Don't copy the goal of others. The next point is start now. You can set your goals, but don't find a starting point or like a date of doing it. Don't wait until next New Year. Don't wait until next Monday. Just start now. Of course, there are some goals where you have to prepare for. If you want to eat healthy, you need to buy healthy food and stuff. But start today with preparing everything, with going towards your goals. It is said that if you have goals and you don't start implementing some new stuff in the time of 3 days, they are likely never to come to pass. So start today. Start your day of changing habits. Start your day of eating healthy. Start your day of not smoking anymore. What helps me a little bit with this also is to not think about your goals all the time as a whole big thing. What I mean is think about this every day by day. Look at this day, look at today rather than on the whole year. If you, for example, if you're a smoker, for example, and you want to stop smoking, it can be so discouraging to know or to think about that you're not able anymore to smoke for this whole year, like forever, and this can be very discouraging. But today, you could make today. You could make the next hour. This is not a problem. You could make one healthy decision today. The next meal you're gonna eat is healthy. This is something that is realistic. And if you pass this point, you think about the next meal. So don't be discouraged by leaving everything behind, thinking about the next years to come and how hard it is to lose weight, how hard it is not to smoke, how hard it is to eat healthy all the time, or even how hard it is to stop watching TV all the time if this is a habit you want to break. Think about every day and every moment, just the moment you're living in, and make the right decision now. Then 3, set yourself high goals, but break it down into action steps or into smaller goals that you can achieve on a day-to-day basis. So becoming like Thor or looking like Thor is a very high goal that is likely not to last very long if I don't break it into action steps or into smaller goals. The goals I set for me, for example, are at least on 5 days a week I will work out for 1 hour, and I will count my calories and not eat more than 2,200 calories per day. So this is very cost specific. This is very helpful for me to stay the course, to have the bigger thing in mind, the thing I want to go to. It keeps me motivated, really. But on a day-to-day basis, I don't think so much about looking like Thor. But if I stay to the action steps that I set to myself, like working out every day, eating healthy, or counting your calories, there are amazing apps out there anyway, and eating less so that I will lose weight, I will go towards the course of looking like Thor without being overwhelmed by this huge goal. Then 4, set positive goals. You shouldn't set a goal like, I don't smoke anymore in 2018. Why is this bad? Because just the way this statement looks like will always focus your attention on smoking. Don't smoke, don't smoke, don't smoke, don't smoke. This is not helpful at all. This is like, don't think about pink elephants. If you're trying not to think about red elephants or pink elephants, you are thinking about them. If you're always thinking about not smoking, you will smoke, or it's very, very hard to resist. So better than saying I don't smoke in 2018 is to find a positive goal, like I will make healthy decisions in 2018. Well, this is kind of a wide or broad goal, but anyway, this is a positive goal. I will make healthy decisions. I will make good decisions. I'll be in good shape. I'll be able to run 3 miles without coughing and having this weird smokers all the time. I will look like Thor. All these positive things that will motivate you not to think about smoking, but to stop smoking because you're looking towards a positive thing, a positive goal. The next point is fill the gaps. So especially if you decide to stop a certain thing, like to stop smoking, to not watching TV anymore, or at least not so much anymore because it's kind of unhealthy behavior, you need to fill these gaps. If you stop something, you leave a gap behind. You leave something there, a space or a room that needs to be filled, because if you don't fill it, it's likely to be filled again with what you just left behind. If you are smoking after every meal, now when you're finished with your meal, what are you going to do? Your body and your whole behavior, because it's so conditioned to smoking all the time, will just crave for this cigarette after the meal. So what are you going to do to fill this gap? For smoking, it could be chewing gum or something to eat, although this is not very healthy. It could be going for a walk. It could be playing chess against your chess computer or your partner or whatever. It can be reading a chapter in a book, or if you are type for this, using a vaporizer or so. So just something to fill this gap the cigarettes leaving behind. Same if you want to quit watching TV. If you always watch TV for 3 hours per day, what are you now going to do in this 3 hours? You have 3 hours more per day. So you have to set yourself a positive goal, or you have to find something to do instead. Instead of watching TV, maybe you can read for an hour, or go out for a walk as well, or you can work out, or you can go for a run, you can visit a friend, you can play board game, you can learn some magic tricks, you can learn drawing, you can learn something new. Also, this helps very much, by the way. This is like a bonus tip. This helps very much of breaking through old patterns in your brain, to kind of making new ways, going new directions, learning something new. So if you were interested in drawing before but you never had the time to draw, make yourself a little space per day and find some nice YouTube instruction tutorial videos, or go to Skillshare. Skillshare is a wonderful possibility of learning new things and learn something new. But find something to fill the gaps that the things are leaving behind that you just quit. And one more, don't give up. This should more encourage you than being a real tip, but don't give up. Even if you failed and you made a mistake and you did something you said to yourself you will never do again, or you made bad decisions like eating unhealthy even though you really wanted to lose weight, don't let this discourage you. Just go back to the goals that you set before. Don't feel so comfortable in this pit hole of, oh, I made a big decision, and so this kind of negative spiral takes you down and down and down, and your goals are forsaken. Just continue doing it. It's not the end of the world if you promise not to smoke and then you smoked a cigarette. No problem at all. Just don't smoke anymore after that. Just now, don't smoke anymore. Just today, don't smoke anymore. But if it happens, it happens. If you said to yourself you will work out every day and then you missed a day, the next day you're going to do it anyway. So go ahead and do it. So don't, just because you have broken your streak or so, doesn't mean that you have forsaken your goals. I don't like this idea of streaks anyway. So like, oh, I'm now like 20 days in a row I haven't smoked. Like, this is just for your ego. This is just to be able to say that you haven't smoked for a long time, or that I was working out every single day. But this is not very helpful. If you have the goal not to smoke, if you have the goal to be healthy, stay with the goal. But if you make bad decisions, and if you made a mistake, and if you failed, never mind. Just in the next moment, do the right decisions again. We are making like hundreds of decisions every day. If a few of them are bad, that's not a problem. So I hope this helps you a little bit to stay the course. Set yourself goals that you really want to achieve in 2018. Write them down and break them down into action steps, and don't be discouraged by failure. Just do it step by step by step, and see how your life or your body or whatever you seek to change transforms into the goal that you set to yourself. So guys, I hope this video is encouragement to you. It's certainly to me. I have a few goals as well for this year. I'm happy that we're kind of traveling together on this road. See you around next time.